I ask for the truth on behalf of Mal Evans concerning just some things that are going on, but a bit at wit's end at the minute with continuous break-ins and whatever, and criminal activity, so it appears. And it seems as though, as is usually the case when you take these measures to try and protect yourself, you end up being in the firing line and being treated like the criminal, which is wrong, of course. But I get that sort of sense here. What can Spirit Guide, what form of guidance can be provided here for Mal in this particular situation? We ask in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the shamanic healing energy, whatever that is. And we just cut the deck. I say whatever that is because I don't really know what a shamanic reading is concerning this. Oh, that's useful. A reader doesn't know what he's doing. Sometimes I think it helps to not know a damn thing, actually, because then you can approach it from a new angle and take it as it comes. Which I suppose in a way is what you've been doing. I'm going to deal out 3 of these shamanic healing oracle cards. I've had to use these thicker reading glasses because I can't bloody see, basically, without them. So I'll deal out just 3 of these. I think we'll relate them to the past, the present and the future, in the sense of the recent past, the present and the immediate future there. I'll just pop them just so you can see them, and we'll pull out the first card and we'll just see what shamanic energy has been vibrating over the past 3 or 4 weeks that could have been there potentially to help you through this. Well, in this particular case, burden. That isn't very well, actually it is a bit dark, but burden. I suppose really in a sense that's what it's felt like, hasn't it? And a bit like a carbuncle on the backside of society. You feel as if you've been burdened, as if you've been laden down with something. I mean, you said you're at wit's end and whatever. And this burden, I suppose, is of course something you have to carry, maybe a cross you have to bear, as often sometimes. I don't know why. I don't know why though. I don't know why this situation is as it is. I can't quite grasp. I'm sort of getting this. I mean, here we've got like maybe having to carry something heavy, of course. But what I sort of sense as though there's something behind this other than the immediate thing that you've been complaining about, the security issue or the complaint that you had, you know, who's stolen the camera out of the tree and all that sort of thing. I get a sort of sense as though that isn't really the main sort of thing, as you could call it, the main reason why you're asking for help in that sense. I suppose, like a lot of people, all you want is to be left alone, and people won't leave you alone for some reason. But there has been some burden, something that you've been laden down with, either something that you've had to do and not completed, or something that's just been there. I don't know. I want to pull out the next card to see what this energy is here. When I can just get hold of it. I'll just pull that out there, and then we'll just flip it nice and slowly, not to disturb its energy too much, as we just reveal its vibration.
It's 14 hours.
And it's struck 2 o'clock there in the afternoon. Well, we've got the energy of retreat here. In some regard, I don't know what that is, but the fact that you've been laden down with something, you've had to back off. You've had to back off. I'm going. You're having to back off now, then, because of what you were laden down with, what you were burdened with. Let me just take a closer look at that. I got that card there, but it's just a bird, isn't it? And maybe in some oracle decks, of course, retreat refers to, of course, letting go of control, and maybe that's. I suppose I sort of get this sort of feeling as though you've lost control here. Not so much that you've got to let go of it, which I'm sure it can help sometimes. To the burden, why am I sort of getting that the burden, the control itself is the burden. The fact you've been burdened with having to try and control things, and it's been like a weight on your shoulder, as if you've been trying to control it, when really, right now, all you need to do is retreat from that, is to let go of that control and allow, not so much allow it to control you or take over and destroy your life, but somehow just acknowledge that you can't rule the world. I suppose we can all be backseat politicians and things like that, but you can't really change the world, but you can change your world, and I suppose that lends itself to that idea, doesn't it? Notice here the green crystal skull there that no doubt vibrates to the heart chakra. I want to just see though what we're just looking into the immediate future, around about between now and this time next month, what potential energy spirit is sort of instructing or guiding you, what path, I suppose. Transformation there, notice the chrysalis. We were having this. This seems to be pretty popular, this transformation energy just lately, where transformation will come if you let go of control, if you retreat, and the burden is trying to control things. Literally, everything is a weight upon my shoulder, and I cannot do this, I cannot do that, and everything I try and do, it fails. Maybe stop trying. Stop trying to do it. Just stop trying to make something happen, and by doing that, of course, right now, if you just do that, because notice the blackbird there. The blackbird protects the gateway between this world and the next, or between this world and the other world, or otherworldly. Maybe that's what the blackbird is, the beginning of springtime and things like that. And maybe to enter through that gateway, you have to allow whatever's behind the portal to not frighten you, but certainly maybe expect it in some positive way. But know that transformation is coming, and with transformation, of course, that's to do with getting ready for big changes that will, no doubt, happen between now and this time next month, as things will change. Maybe I mentioned about CCTV cameras and things. You can buy, of course, plenty of cheap fakes for literally dollars. This sort of thing here, As you can see there, you just place you just place some batteries in there, and then the light flashes. The only problem though with these dome cameras, of course, just on the subject of cameras, is they don't have a flashing light. Cameras with a flashing light don't exist. If you see a camera with a flashing light, you will know for a fact that it's a fake. That's the sign that it is a fake. But it's supposed to give the impression as though it's on. Cameras, if you get one of these cameras with whatever, just make sure you just don't put any batteries in it, and just suspend it or invert it on the even just inside your doorway, so people think they're being watched when they're standing at the door, or you could stick it under the eaves, not the eaves, the guttering or whatever. I've got various cameras and mix fakes with real ones as well, so have the real ones watching what you really want to watch, and have the fake ones covering maybe the black spots or whatever, just as a visible presence, whatever, and that maybe is the burden that you feel as though you've been having to, I suppose, as you've said there, with all the break-ins and whatever, trying to control that and failing, just going out for 5 minutes and coming back finding all your belongings have gone, which having the camera stolen indicates, I suppose, the camera wasn't recording. If you got a recording of the person stealing the camera, and of course, well, they could cut the cable and then they'd steal it and then you'd never see them, but of course then you have to make sure, I suppose, the cable is in sight of the camera that's watching in the first place, so you can see that. But you can't cover for every eventuality, but you can certainly be burdened and laden down with the worry of it. But now, of course, it's about letting go of that worry, letting go of the control, and letting it control you, in the sense of let the situation dictate to you what needs to be done. Trial and error, of course, is a basic science, isn't it? And with that trial and error, you are able to let go of control, because trial and error itself will control the situation for you and do all the hard work for you. All you have to do is react to it. But in your reaction, maybe the transformation comes as you become stronger. As Crowley said, one must fall many times before one is raised up, and maybe it's time to no longer be the caterpillar feeding off whatever it is somebody's trying to do to you, and it's time to transform into the butterfly and spread your wings and show them that you can reach heights much higher than them, and that they are down there for a reason, and that you will be up there for a reason, and that's really what it's all about, isn't it? In the basic sense, I suppose you could call it. But for now, we're going to cast a shadow, as these cards have spoken.